will probably always be some form of unemployment. It's not something that you can completely eradicate. It lingers as a major topic on the policy agenda, and it concerns millions of Americans every day.
We have for you is why did you pursue a career in politics?
First of all, it's not a career for me. In the state of Georgia, we have what's called a citizen legislature. So we have our careers I'm a builder, and so it's a part-time position for us. I pursued it because I have 3 young kids, and my wife and I decided that we wanted to stand up and make a difference for our kids. Instead of looking up in 30 years and complaining about what's going wrong or right in this country, we decided to play an active role in that.
Well, do you think other factors contribute to unemployment? If so, what are they?
Well, sometimes it can be, education may have an influence. The having or not having educational opportunities to learn skills that are needed in the job market can be problematic. And I know that we in Georgia are looking for ways to encourage students to pursue certain career paths because that's where the jobs are.
Less than 70% of high school graduates are enrolling in college.
Opportunity for all. And that means that even as we're creating new jobs in this new economy, we have to make sure that every American has the skills to fill those jobs. And keep in mind, not every job that's a good job out there needs a 4-year degree, but the ones that don't need a college degree generally need some sort of specialized training.
There is a greater number of female applicants to college than male applicants.
Does unemployment affect or have affected you and your family?
Yes, as a matter of fact, my daughter graduated from the University of Georgia with a degree in fine arts back in 2007. And shortly thereafter, we had the economic recession, and that whole industry was decimated because it was a luxury or a discretionary type thing to spend money on, doing interior design or office design. So she lost her job, and she spent quite a bit, well, it was maybe 6 months being a recipient of unemployment. Well, she went to placement agencies and had to go through the process of multiple interviews, and eventually the system worked for her. A placement agency put her into a temporary job, and now that's become a permanent job, so much that they have sent her back to school to get an engineering degree, and she's found a good fit for herself. So personally, our family has experienced it and realized that the challenges of unemployment, but also the opportunities to grow in your skill set and find new employment and a new career.
Thank you.
Unemployment has decreased over the past few years, but in the last month has spiked up in Georgia.
This is the last question. Within your domain or control or your profession, how do you feel that you can contribute to the reduction of unemployment with your teaching?
Well, I'm obviously, from my perspective, I think education is important. Education in terms of options. The worst thing that you can have is someone who is locked into one direction, because that greatly increases the chances of failure. Yeah, whether it's closed-minded from the individual's perspective or closed off from opportunities, either one is problematic. And so I guess from my perspective, I want students to know as much as possible about a broad array of things that they can do in the future, that they can do in and of themselves, that they can learn about, that they can understand, so that if this avenue gets closed off, then you can try this one, or that one, or that one. And that greatly increases your chances of succeeding. So I suppose it's not all that surprising that I think education is pretty important.
In light of the national unemployment average being 6% and the Georgia average being at 8.1% as of August, what major laws and regulations do you think have negatively impacted the unemployment rates?
One of the areas that I think hinders employment, I believe, is education. And Georgia, I believe, we're making good strides as far as teaching and training people in the right areas. With technology changing like it is, people have to be trained in the areas where the jobs is being created.
Okay. Within your domain of control, how do you feel that you can contribute to the reduction of unemployment?
I think as a member of the Georgia legislature, one of the things we can do is to try to create the best environment for businesses to succeed. Small businesses, medium-sized businesses, large businesses, is to create opportunities for them to operate within the free market system. One of the areas that we've looked at trying to explore is to reduce or eliminate the state income tax.
Thank you. Within your domain of control or career, how do you feel that you can contribute to the reduction of unemployment?
In the Georgia General Assembly, we create laws and policies that look for ways to grow our employment base here in Georgia. And we tend to do that through tax reform, looking for ways to minimize tax impact on businesses so that they can utilize money that they otherwise would be paying to the government in hiring more people. So we try very hard to look for ways that we can reduce tax burdens
From
on.
my perspective, I think education is important.
Most strategies to better educate kids and to prepare them for careers.
Education may have an influence.
Is education.
The lack of education and growth in taxes are the most controversial factors to unemployment.